Here to play our national anthem.
Since when has SummerSlam been performing the national anthem? I mean, I don't got a problem with it. I just find it unusual that SummerSlam hasn't performed the national anthem in recent years leading up to this night, and it's never touched on again after this year's edition. Also, the continued laziness of having SummerSlam take place in Los Angeles for the third consecutive year. Might as well designate WrestleMania and the other pay-per-view events while you're at it.
This is the place where dreams come alive.
About 5% of the time. Most who travel to Los Angeles hope to become an actor, and they end up working at the local deli instead. Welcome to SummerSlam. Wait, the Mrs. Air Balloons are all part of the opening pyrotechnics of the show? Awesome! What a major surprise! The Miz is the first wrestler to make an entrance tonight. I would have never been able to predict that after the intro. Also, we're kicking off the biggest event of the summer with one of the biggest sins of them all, impromptu matches. Pitting a random 6-man tag team match with nothing at stake other than an extra 15 minutes of screen time. Yeah! Just when I think I've covered all the events where Michael Cole had a massive erection for The Miz, well, I get proven wrong. I at least hope I'm halfway through the coverage by now.
The Miz is here!
Honestly, Michael Cole has been doing everything a cheerleader does. All he's missing is those pom-poms.
Back by popular demand!
Since when does Michael Cole qualify as popular demand?
Miz has returned to SummerSlam!
Return to SummerSlam? Dude, you were at this event last freaking year. It's not like you haven't been present at a SummerSlam in 10 years or something.
Letter S.
What chance? Wow, can't believe I'd be saying this, but now we can add Rey Mysterio's name to the list of wrestlers with non-pyro-pyro. I bet this inspired WWE to do the same thing with the former Skip Sheffield turned Ryback.
This is going to be the biggest match of Rey Mysterio's career.
A random impromptu 6-man tag team match against the likes of R-Truth, The Miz, and Alberto Del Rio with nothing at stake is the biggest match in the career of Rey Mysterio. Let that sink in, folks.
So Rey, watch your back, son.
I don't see why Rey Mysterio has to watch his back given John Morrison is the legal wrestler on his team and he's in control of the match too. I guess Alberto Del Rio better watch his back if Kofi Kingston is randomly tagged in while he remains on the apron.
Over 500,000 views.
Who gives a shit about YouTube views? Okay, that was a little weird. I said that on a YouTube video. Well, let me rephrase. Talk about the match, not YouTube views or random videos. Ah, much better.
What Del Rio right there, always.
I suppose that's why Rey had to watch his back, because Alberto Del Rio was going to come running at him with every opportunity to counter possible. Booker, you're right. Rey's got to pay attention.
Thing is breaking down.
Honestly, that move was much more brutal than the skull-crushing finale. Actually, that's the perfect description of a skull-crushing finale. Miz should use that one.
Most recently, winning the
Copy boom infringement.
America, what's that American bandstand?
Rey Mysterio is about to connect the 619 on R-Truth, but let's talk about random celebrity names that have no impact on this match. Also, it's always irritating whenever Rey puts his opponent on the ropes for the 619 and then looks around at the audience instead of immediately going for it. Stop doing that all the time. No wonder it doesn't work in this moment.
So I want a public apology right now.
I'm sorry.
And that is why CM Punk is severely entertaining.
I know he doesn't run day-to-day operations around here anymore, thank God.
Somebody better tell CM Punk about Vince McMahon still running day-to-day operations in WWE. I don't think he caught the memo.
Good luck.
I would, but I know where that hand's been.
The only build-up to this match between Mark Henry and Sheamus is a simple, why not, I'll fight Mark Henry, from Sheamus. And apparently that simple build-up requires a video package.
Oh, hi, Mark. Take a look now at the size differential between these.
Michael Cole thinks that a Tale of the Tape package is going to appear on the screen, but one never does, so he made himself look like a fool once again.
Everybody's smaller than Mark Henry. Big Show, Kane, Kozlov.
Big Show, yes. Kane, also yes. But Vladimir Kozlov, I don't see how he's bigger than Mark Henry at all. Also, the fact that Jerry Lawler thinks that everyone is smaller than Mark Henry. If Andre the Giant were still alive, Jerry would probably think Mark's bigger than him too. They're still bringing the anonymous Raw General Manager podium to ringside, even despite the fact that Triple H took charge of everything and Stone Cold Steve Austin absolutely murdered the computer. If the GM is not going to be sending any more emails, then why are we still bringing out the podium? If Mark Henry did that move in today's WWE, social media would be blowing up about him being an unsafe worker, being careless about possibly injuring opponents.
As Mark Henry goes into the cover.
Boy, that's gotta be embarrassing. Trying to defeat your opponent and not even realizing that your leg is underneath the rope, leaving you confused on why the referee's not counting.
Oh, look.
Dang, Mark had the chance to finish off Sheamus with a world's strongest slam and chose a backbreaker instead.
Continues at the hands of shit.
At the hands of shit.
That's unfamiliar territory.
Whatever the hell Jerry Lawler just said, because that was not the word unfamiliar, or something like that.
And look at this! Oh my!
Not gonna lie, that was pretty awesome, especially when the fans scrambled to get out of the way at the very last second.
What tick to make it back in, and he can't do it.
The crash through the barricade, absolute badass. The subsequent countout, absolutely bad. Damn it was just getting good, too.
Randy Orton is not leaving SummerSlam the World Heavyweight Champion.
Christian just jinxes his own momentum. Why would you say that?
I'm like the hero, like Harry Potter.
To be perfectly fair, if we're going to make Harry Potter references, Christian would be the Ron Weasley of the team, and Edge is Harry Potter, since Edge is more successful and Christian has always run in Edge's shadow, even after his retirement. Over 6 damn minutes of a CeeLo Green concert. Nothing against CeeLo Green, it's just that concerts in the middle of a wrestling pay-per-view isn't what we signed on for, especially if a lot of fans in attendance aren't even fans of his work.
Eve Torres is always around.
Michael Cole is still pissed off that Eve Torres moonsaulted his barbecue sauce-covered ass a few months ago at Over the Limit. Beth Phoenix claims that the days of being a cute blonde little bimbo are over, and so she backs up that claim by getting rid of her former attire and dressing like a cute blonde little bimbo. The fuck?
And suddenly,
the spinning head scissors was working very well, but then Beth Phoenix ended up flipping the wrong way and threw herself out of the ring for no reason. Here are 2 sins for that horrible landing.
we have a new
Second match in a row where we got an awkward pinfall with the wrestler not realizing the mistake. For Mark Henry, it was his leg under the rope, and for Beth Phoenix, it was the fact that Kelly's shoulder was up. Although I'll remove a sin because for once, we have competent referees who are paying attention and doing their job correctly. Bravo!
Beth Phoenix. Oh, look at Beth.
The female wrestlers have officially ruined the beauty of the stink face by adding beauty into the mix.
I take photos and I'm in all the WWE programs.
Let's ignore Beth Phoenix in control of Kelly and focus on Michael Cole's pictures not being airbrushed or Photoshop. Fuck all of you in the ring. Michael's pictures are more important.
Beth is disqualified.
What the fuck was that? Kelly reacted too early from Beth's kick, and we're supposed to believe that she was hurt from it? Even Beth is confused on this whole scenario. Here's another 3 sins added.
Come on, Kim. Look at this. No way. Beautiful.
As bad as this match was, that glam slam counter into the roll-up was actually perfectly executed at the right time, so I'll deduct another sin. I'm not completely heartless. Stephanie McMahon's, I really hope my husband doesn't find out I just had sex with John Cena face.
Think big and not little, Jimmy.
This just adds in more epic little Jimmy comedy on the part of R-Truth by bringing in Jimmy Hart. Fucking awesome.
Check this out, guys. Listen to this right here.
Oh, God.
Honestly, Daniel Bryan should just stick with his rendition of Ride of the Valkyries instead of the recycled theme song from 2010's Night of Champions. That one doesn't really suit him.
Bryan had been kicked out of Nexus.
Your point is.
Booker T would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion, as that is the history from last year's SummerSlam, not this year's. Wade Barrett and Daniel Bryan crossed paths for different reasons this year.
Would you try to pay attention, Cole?
First Booker T, and now Jerry Lawler telling Michael Cole to pay attention to what's going on. Michael wasn't paying attention to how these two got to tonight, and now he's not even paying attention to their match. How is he not fired?
Totally confused. Well, this whole Daniel
Now that I think about it, this match between Daniel Bryan and Wade Barrett would be a lot more fun if all 3 commentators just shut up and we didn't have to listen to them. Much more enjoyable.
Is there anything possible he could do to make you a Daniel Bryan fan? What? Quit.
Actually, there's another thing Daniel could do that would make Michael become a fan. Turn heel, which he does, and coincidentally, Michael becomes a fan of him.
Coming, DB!
DB? It's annoying enough to hear Booker refer to him as D-Bry, but DB is even worse. Please don't ever say that again. Wade Barrett thinks he's Chris Jericho.
He has all the tools to be a major champ here.
The list of those who have the tools to be a major champion is endless, but always remember that very few get that chance, Michael. Wade Barrett was sadly not one of them, and that's a big shame.
Catch it in. Whoa! Did you see that?
Wade successfully kicks Daniel out of the ring, poses like he owns the place, and stalls for a little while longer before running out to put Daniel back in the ring for a pin. He shouldn't question why he didn't win the match if that's the case.
Congratulations to Cody Rhodes.
Who is not even scheduled to perform tonight, so why bother congratulating Cody Rhodes on an Intercontinental title victory when we should be focusing on this match? It's as if the commentators in 2011 want to talk about anything except what's going on in the ring, and that's just annoying.
You can congratulate him.
Wade is a dick to his own Barretts.
Feel it.
Before he was always yelling yes with every kick, Daniel Bryan was always yelling eh. What kind of gimmick is that, a stereotypical Canadian?
I'll take you just down.
Seriously, Wade is clearly reaching for the ropes and successfully grabbed it, but Booker T believes he tapped out, and the commentary absolutely sucks tonight.
Listen, I'm an unbiased reporter here.
Bull fucking shit, asshole.
Bryan looking to put Barrett away.
Alright, I guess this means Wade and Daniel are even now, although Wade hurt both Daniel's Bryans and his own Barretts tonight, so 2-0 I suppose. It's always great to watch Randy Orton and Christian take on each other, but Jesus, this is the 4th consecutive pay-per-view in a row. Time for someone else to have a turn. Also, it's absolutely sad that Christian can't win a World Heavyweight Championship without some form of cheating. First it was Edge distracting Alberto Del Rio long enough for Christian to climb the ladder, and then it was getting Randy Orton to disqualify himself. But whenever the chance that a fair victory comes along, Christian always blew it. Guess he just wasn't world title material after all this time.
I have the best thing going.
Christian's diabolical plan to retain his World Heavyweight Championship against Randy Orton involves bringing in a recently retired Edge to interfere and potentially risk his own death due to his spinal stenosis. Jesus, Christian is a horrible friend if that's the way his mindset is thinking. Twix is a great chocolate bar, but skip!
I couldn't wait for this moment.
Even though I threw WrestleMania 18's title temper tantrums in the weeks leading up to this match simply because life is not fair. But sure, let's believe I was looking forward to this match.
That was gonna change everything.
Just one question. I get that having Edge in Christian's corner is a cool thing, but how the hell would it change everything? Edge is retired, cannot get physically involved due to his life-threatening injury, and all he'd be doing is watching from the sidelines. How is his presence going to change anything, let alone everything? This doesn't make any sense.
I am
distracted by absolutely nothing?
This has certainly changed the complexion!
Again, how? This is still going to be the same match with Randy Orton and Christian. To me, the only difference is the fans will ignore these two and cheer Edge, who's not even going to do anything.
The WWE doctors, the WWE...
With all due respect to Edge, he's literally repeating his retirement speech from 4 months ago. Unless he was magically cleared 9 years before he actually was, why are we revisiting this heartbreaking moment?
5 days after a ladder match. We both...
Meanwhile, Tony Chimel foreshadows the alright I'm gonna head out meme before it became a thing years later.
You complained about it the next week, and the week after that, and the week after that.
Oh yeah, like you've never complained about bad things happening to you in your career? Edge is kinda being a hypocrite here.
But I always did it with style.
I don't see how you can make Mary and Vicky Guerrero look good with style, even if you're someone like Edge.
I didn't know my best friend would become a whining, crying, moaning little bitch.
The hell does crying mean? Also, Edge flew all the way to Los Angeles just to call Christian a little bitch and walk out. You couldn't have done that over the phone or something and save yourself the travel? Also, if you were trying to wake Christian up and bring him back to what he used to be like, that doesn't seem like the way to go. You call him a bitch and leave him to be fed to the evil snake.
It's no holds barred.
Just to ensure we don't have to hear the commentator say no holds barred all the time for the next 25 minutes, here are 5 extra sins. I saved you guys. You're welcome.
Dumped him in the middle of the ring.
We gotta make sure this match lasts up to 25 minutes, so stare at each other and taunt. Although I will throw off a sin because usually when WWE pulls a stunt with a bad guy's friend turning on him, he is then defeated within a single minute of the match due to not being focused. However, here, Christian gets backstabbed by Edge and still performs a hell of a no-holds-barred match. Kudos!
Christian is the guy who steps up to the plate and hits a home run every time.
Well, if he hit a home run every time, then how was he only a 2-time world champion, both of which ended in his first major defense? This stupid asshole trying to video bomb the event. Shame he didn't end up falling to the ground and get tackled by security. That would have made this even funnier.
And Christian with his championship!
Christian forgets that with the no-holds-barred stipulation, running away is not an option because the match follows him anywhere he goes. More disappointment likely added on the face of Edge.
Over 17,000.
Fox, we do not give over how many fans are in attendance, as it's not that impressive for a company like the WWE.
To hide, but I guess not.
Careful, those kendo sticks can easily break with the force of your swing. Would suck if Christian accidentally destroyed the kendo stick before you could actually hurt Randy Orton with it.
Great move for the title! For the title!
Nope, the referee would have hit a successful 3 count if he did not hesitate for that split second. Christian did not get his shoulders up in time, so this match is over, and Randy won the title at this moment. Haven't we seen enough kendo sticks for now? Can't we upgrade to a chair or a table or Sting's baseball bat or something?
Look at this! Look at this! Look at this!
Okay, we're looking. I see Christian trying to lock in the kill switch engaged. Now can you stop nagging me? Oh, come on. That looked nothing like Randy using his legs to pull Christian into the ring post. Christian let go and threw himself into the post almost a second later. What's better than 1 table? 2 tables!
So far here tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, but the audience is a little too late to be chanting "We want tables" because the tables are already present. To chant that when the tables are not present is understandable, but when they are about to be used, it's a little redundant.
Kelly successfully defending her.
Who cares? And what does that have to do with Randy Orton about to unleash some table destruction on Christian?
Look at the damage to the table.
The leg of the table broke.
Good.
Take that, stairs.
Christian who's gone to that.
RKO right infringement. Okay, that didn't sound as good as when I said it out loud, but it's the best I got right now. If you're gonna hit a concerto on Randy, just do it already. Christian stands around, looks at the audience, has both hands on the chair, releases one of the hands, puts it back on the chair, spits on Randy, and then tries to hit him. Take a guess who loses that round.
Christian better hope they recycle.
Haha, fuck you. That one moment when you realize Christian loses his second world title to Randy Orton the exact same way he lost it to him the first time. Amazing how he still fell for that catch. This camera guy must have some weird fetish to be following Stephanie McMahon everywhere she goes. Funny idea to have two WWE champions at one time, but to be perfectly honest, since CM Punk's reign never ended, that means John Cena's reign was never valid in the first place, which sadly means the same thing for Rey Mysterio. Referees apparently get their own entrance. Secretly, CM Punk suffered some short-term memory loss and accidentally forgot his own name when he entered the arena.
Presented by 7-Eleven.
Skipping 11. Skip. Just by the shot alone of Triple H holding up both championships, you can clearly tell how fake John Cena's title looks and how realistic CM Punk's title looks. Even if it's Hunter doing this, the referee checks for weapons in this match, but not for any of the other traditional matches. Cliché still applies.
The 4-time world champion.
Michael, please just shut up. The accomplishments are irrelevant to the current situation. Hate the dick measuring contests.
Quick cover and a kick.
John Cena kicked out before the count of 1, so this was a no count instead of Hunter's presumed 1 count.
Triple H said on Monday that...
Dang, John Cena and CM Punk stopped the match and Michael Cole stops talking at the same time. Guess we'll never know what Hunter said last Monday night. Also, I get that the fans are doing their favorite John Cena chant, but that doesn't mean we should stop the match just to listen to it, especially if we heard that chant hundreds of times per year.
I mean, how much experience do Triple H have as a referee?
Well, if you've been wrestling for as long as Hunter has, I'm pretty sure it's not so difficult to figure out how to be a referee, since you got referees yelling at you almost every second of every match.
And here we go, John Cena.
And another no count. Perhaps Booker T has a point all along about Hunter not knowing how to referee a match.
Be a big mistake.
Exactly.
Doesn't make any sense to do the disrespectful "you can't wrestle" chant to someone like John Cena. If John can't wrestle, then how has he performed some of the best matches over the years? Plus, John can definitely wrestle much better than the idiots chanting that. Penalty achieved.
They've never faced a pressure like this at any point in their career.
To be honest, the pressure of being the undisputed WWE champion is nothing compared to the pressure of last month's match at Money in the Bank, where your career is on the line against a possible title hijacking.
You know, .com did.
The fact that CM Punk can shake his head around like that just shows how little pressure is being applied to this headlock.
A count of 10 to make it back into the ring.
Since the ruling states a title can only change hands via pinfall or submission, what is the case for this match? If either CM Punk or John Cena get disqualified or counted out, do they remain co-champions?
But this time John Cena was ready for it. First, and CM.
Wow, these back and forth counters are freaking awesome to watch. May not have been as good as their match last month, but it was still an exciting match.
Can Punk make it to the bottom rope?
Yikes, this STF looks so brutal. You can literally see CM Punk slide his head through John's arms as if they wasn't locked in at all. Oh, wait a minute. Incompetent referees. Also, if Hunter was so concerned about this match possibly ending in a countout and didn't want that to be the case, why didn't you simply add in no countouts? Plain and simple. And yet another situation where Michael jinxed the wrestler's momentum. They seriously gotta stop saying insert name of wrestler is gonna win the match in premature manners. Honestly, I didn't like this. This was honestly worse than a win by countout because of John Cena's foot being on the rope throughout this pinfall. And we've had several instances of other referees arriving on the side to tell the one in the ring that they missed it, so why isn't a referee coming to tell Hunter he missed that? Plus, this is never even referenced again, so major shame here. Since CM Punk is the undisputed WWE champion, shouldn't he have the second belt too?
God, who the hell? Who the hell is that?
Michael Cole somehow doesn't recognize Kevin Nash of all people. Not that hard to figure out who he is. Also, post-match assault. The referee chooses to ring the bell to start Alberto Del Rio's cash-in match, despite the fact that CM Punk is supposed to get to his feet first. Also, despite the Money in the Bank contract winner being allowed to cash in anytime he wants, this just made the whole deal of either John Cena or CM Punk being the undisputed WWE champion pointless.